My older brother Charlie has autism, and he's very socially motivated, but also a little bit socially awkward, so his transition into high school was really rough for him. One day, sort of out of the blue, a popular upperclassman at our school named Jared, who was the captain of our school swim team, just said, hey, you can come sit with me and my friends. And Jared took my brother completely under his wing, convinced my brother to join the swim team, had the other swimmers befriend him as well. His self-confidence and self-esteem just soared. He has more Facebook friends than I do. He ended up graduating with honors, and it completely turned his world around. So when I entered high school the next year and became a cheerleader, I started looking for ways that I could use my sport to provide the same opportunity for other students with disabilities in my school district. We decided to create the nation's first school-based cheerleading team that includes students with physical and developmental disabilities. I formed the Sparkle Effect, which provides all the tools that any student, coach, parent needs to implement an inclusive program in any middle school, high school, or college nationwide. Well, of course, there has always been a stereotype of cheerleaders especially being very elitist and exclusive. Thankfully, we've found that that stereotype has actually worked to our advantage, because what the Sparkle Effect does is it defies expectations. And when you defy expectations, people take notice. And so we've started really at the top, and we've taken the most exclusive group and turned it into the most inclusive. We had a dad call us crying, saying that he had just gone to his daughter's first cheerleading practice, and he'd heard her say more in the first 10 minutes of that practice than he had in the first 10 years of her life. What we've noticed in a lot of our schools is that students with disabilities aren't necessarily bullied or aggressed as much as they're just sort of ignored. And imagine going to school every day and having nobody look at you and nobody smile at you and nobody say hi to you, no one ask to be your partner on school projects. That is incredibly detrimental to the self-esteem and confidence of these kids. And so what the Sparkle Effect does is it sort of bridges that gap between typically developing students and students with disabilities.